representante do site Nerdlicious. Me chamo Letícia e eu quero falar sobre o Control Resonant, sobre sua carreira e toda a trajetória aí que envolve ser um diretor de arte.
Right. That's why I'm here.
Você começou trabalhando com VFX em Alan Wake e agora assume a direção de arte em Control Resonance. Como sua visão sobre criação visual mudou ao longo das trajetórias?
Well, that's a great question. You've done some background work, it seems as well. The very first time I joined Remedy was 2009, so I worked on the original Alan Wake as a cinematic compositor for the cutscenes. And then after that, the guys were saying like, okay, Elmeri, what you do for the cutscenes, how can we make you do the similar things for real time? So then we started to work on the VFX tooling on Outlight End. So I think I was the first visual effects artist by outside of the Remedy ever. So back in then we didn't have any tools for artists. It was basically the programmers who were programming the shaders and I think they made the effects as well. But since I joined, they actually started to need to create tools for artists as well.
O que artista de VFX observa em projeto que diretor de arte talvez não observasse no início da carreira?
Well, a VFX artist gets to be so much closer to actual things and being an artist working on a game, you get to do a lot more like hands-on work than an art director. My calls every day are very, very high level, and I do miss working on the build more myself.
Control possui uma identidade visual extremamente forte. Quais foram os pilares visuais que a equipe considerou indispensáveis para a sua criação?
Control lives in this very specific style. We call it Hollywood realism, where we don't want this to start to resemble like high fantasy or sci-fi. We want to have a more sort of a grounded experience. One key thing that I always tell my artists, whether they are concept art or VFX, is that please don't look at other video games for reference, but try to get inspired and get reference from anything else outside of video games.
And this is to avoid like
yeah, because like if we look at the reference from a video game that has looked at the reference from a video game, we all start to resemble each other too much. So what we try to do is get inspired by something completely different, whether it's like graphical showcases, demo scene, some museums, photography, movies, something like this, just that we can get a fresh take like outside of video games.
Existe alguma área ou ambiente de Control que represente melhor a filosofia artística da equipe?
That's a good question as well. We tried to make sure that all of the zones feel instantly recognizable. So, for example, we don't sprinkle this weirdness a little bit everywhere, but when we have a zone that's, for example, overrun by hiss, then you can really see it and feel it.
Os efeitos visuais em Control não servem apenas como espetáculo, mas ajudam a comunicar fenômenos paranaturais. Como vocês abordaram essa função narrativa dos VFX?
Great question. Yeah, we tried really hard on the VFX side to like marry the effects into the scene, so that stuff wouldn't be too gamistic, but they would always have some sort of a grounding or footing or like in-world explanation why the things are like that.
Existe algum efeito visual em Control com o qual você tem particularmente orgulho?
Well, I'm super proud of the team who is making them. I feel like one of the more unique things that we do is actually marrying digital rendering with like practical effects as well. For example, in this game, for the kaleidoscopic visualizations that you can see, for example, now here in the background of the menu. So we have this kaleidoscopic visuals that happen in the game. So for example, those were shot in a studio, like water cinematics and sand cinematics, and then 3D sculptures that we were lighting different ways. Then we take that practical video material as raw material, and then we overlay that on top of the game image. So we have actual practical things that we shot with the video camera in a studio, and then the digital rendering.
Como vocês evitaram que os fenômenos paranormais e os poderes se tornassem visualmente excessivos ou confusos para o jogador?
Well, we try very hard to keep them on their lane. So his, for example, owns the color red and is this sort of like represents entropy and chaos. And then, for example, the mold is exactly the opposite color of his then, just so that we can create some visual space.
Você acredita que experiências mais narrativas e imersivas como control ressonância estão ganhando mais espaço na indústria?
I truly hope so. I think it's just, well, best for everybody, fans and gamers out there, the more different kinds of experiences we are getting out there. So we are super happy and proud about the exact place where we now landed with Control Resonant, and just hope everybody likes it. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for
No problem.
that went well.
Yeah.